Today, we're venturing into the turbulent waters of change. Have you ever stopped and wondered why change can feel so uncomfortable to you, even when you know it's for the better? Welcome to Master Your Mindset, Master Your Life. This is a podcast that empowers you to take back control of your life, to start unlocking your true potential, get you out of that monotony that you're in, and start helping you live that life you truly desire. I'm Sanj, and today we're going to be talking about the top 3 reasons about why we often despise change and why it rarely works when it's forced upon us. I'm also going to be talking about the importance of change and how we can foster it from within to ensure that it's lasting. And I'll also be providing you with 3 perspectives on change to help you adapt and flourish. Change is like a river flowing through life. It's always going to be there. But there are 2 ways which you can react to it. The first is you can build a bridge, you can adapt, and you can actually accept that it's going to be there, that change will be a constant in your life, and you can adapt to the situation around you. Or you can resist it and you can try and swim against that current of the river and just push yourself and push back against all the change that is constantly happening around you. I know I found it strange with change at first. I struggled with it. But then I read this book by Dr. Spencer Johnson called Who Moved My Cheese. I would highly recommend it. And it showed me a different perspective about thinking for a change. It showed me how my old previous mindset on it was incorrect and how I could take it and work with it and adapt. I read the book probably 3, maybe 4 times every single year because I feel that when I read it again and again, I just get back to that mindset. I get back to a new mindset about thinking about growth, and it helps me just deal with all the things that are going on in my life. So, change is vital, and the only problem is it's difficult. We struggle with it, and especially when it's forced upon us. When it's forced upon us, we will resist it at first. We don't like change. It's not comfortable. And so we will push back. But change is an engine of progress. Without it, we stagnate. It allows us to adapt. It allows us to grow, and it allows us to evolve. Change is a cornerstone of innovation and personal development. Can you imagine if without change where we would be if no one had accepted change? We would not be where we are with the technology we have, with the environment we have, because we would not have accepted any sort of change. But if you want change to be long lasting, if you want change to be permanent, it must come from within. So you need to embrace the change and you need to shift your mindset. It's about focusing on what we can control in that change and accepting that change is part of life. The one thing you can control about change is your reaction to it. So if you become accustomed and comfortable with change, you will be better off in the long run. But we resist change constantly because it gives us a fear of the unknown. Change leads to uncertainty, and that's a scary place for us. We prefer just that warm embrace of familiarity, even if it isn't perfect, even if we know that it could be better. But because it's familiar, that's what we like. That's what we feel comfortable with. That's where we want to stay. So when we don't know what's going to happen, when that change comes around and it takes us into the realm of the unknown, that's when we start to resist it. And also, along with the unknown, it means that we lose control. It makes us feel like we're losing control of what's around us. We know what we know. And that's what we like. We resist it when we think someone else is dictating our path. And this is why we resist it, because we feel someone else is making us change. And when we feel that someone else is in control, we're going to push back. So what we can do is we can realize, actually, although it is someone else may be implementing it, again, it's down to you how you react. And this is why when someone else makes us change, it's not going to last for long. It will only last as long as that person is constantly implementing it. The third reason why we hate change is because we fear failure. Again, when we get pushed out of that comfort zone, we worry about failing, and that can paralyze us. We worry that if we don't succeed in this new environment, what's going to happen? What will people think? What will people say? And as well, when you're in this new environment, that fear of failure, you're there like, what will you think of yourself as well? But there are negatives, these negatives which cause us to resist change. But actually, if we shift our perspective, we can actually change the way we look at change. We can actually change how we respond to it, and we can actually accept it and move forward and actually embrace it. You can see change as an opportunity, because when you see it as a threat, it's going to hold you back. But when you see it as an opportunity for growth, what you're going to do is you're going to use it as a chance to learn, to evolve, to become a better version of you. You're going to use it as a new door that has opened, which can lead you to the life you want. The second thing is, when you actually realize that change is constant, you are never going to be in the same place you were 5 minutes ago. It's like they say, you will never stand in the same river twice, because the things are moving, things are changing. So you can stand in that same place, but that river is going to keep on moving around you. So change is a constant in your life. The world around us is always evolving. But one thing, by adapting and realizing that the change is constant, you can start to thrive. You can start to do the best you can. You can actually start to live life to the max and embrace this constant change. You can thrive instead of just survive. And the third thing is, recognize that you have the power to choose change. You may not be able to choose everything about the change, but you can choose the changes in a certain aspect. You can take the reins and you can guide it in a direction that aligns with your goals. If a change is being forced upon you that you don't like, you can sit with it for a while you work on changing your situation, your mindset, and you can work on it while you're in the new situation. And while you're working on changing yourself, you can be thinking to yourself, actually, this change is making me a better person. It's giving me that momentum, that motivation to move out of, say, the job I want, to move out of the relationship I want. So when you actually choose, you realize you've got more power than you believe. So change may not always be easy, but it is essential for progress and your personal growth in life. And when we understand why we're resisting that change, we actually open up the possibilities of adopting fresh perspectives. We can start navigating those changes with more confidence. We can start embracing it as a stepping stone towards your dreams, and we can start to nurture it from within. Remember that change is not your enemy. It's actually your catalyst for you to succeed in life. So thank you for joining me today. And if you enjoyed this episode, make sure you like, comment, and share. I want to make a positive impact on the world, and I sincerely hope that you can help me doing that by sharing this podcast with others. Remember, your mindset shapes your reality. When you master it, you'll master your life. Thanks.